Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of I Bought a Watch. So today we've got a rather exciting episode, and the reason it's so exciting is because I reached out to a watch company and expressed my enthusiasm for their watches, and they got back to me and sent me a watch in for review. Now, full disclosure, I have been sent this one for free, but I do have to send it back after I finish reviewing it. As always, just a reminder, if you do like what you see and want to see more content like this, please do remember to like and subscribe. Okay, let's get into this box. Quite a big box, actually. I like how they've chosen a readily recyclable material. And how do I get into this box? There we go. And inside we have, wow, okay, that's a lot of stuff. Feels very spoilt when I'm so used to ordering stuff off AliExpress. Now, if you haven't guessed already, this watch is from Gecko, and more specifically their watch line called Geckota, which are a British company with a rather unique and interesting looking line of affordable watches. And there you go, there's a code for 10% off. I'll leave a link to their site in the description below. And all that's left appears to be this box, which hopefully houses one of their watches. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a surprise because I'm not 100% sure which watch they actually sent me. Okay, let's get into the box. Okay, wow, that's a nice touch. They seem to have packaged the watch in a Geckota watch roll. That feels very nice. And they have a rather professionally done booklet which seems to show about the company, how to operate your watch, and all kinds of information. Oh look, it even has a list of movements with their specifications. That's going to make researching for the full review a lot easier. Okay, that's enough looking at things that aren't actually the watch. Let's unravel this watch roll and see what Geckota sent to me. Although I must say, as I'm unraveling this watch roll, it does feel very high quality. A very good feeling canvas fabric with that lovely stitched leather Geckota logo. I feel like if I had actually bought this watch, this would have been something that I would actually use when traveling. Now, let's get a peek at that watch. Wow, this is not what I was expecting at all. It appears to be a reverse panda, antique-styled racing chronograph. And on first impressions, I must say it looks great. Let's get this watch roll out of the way and get a proper look at this piece. Wow, well, there you go. I must say it looks excellent on this vintage-styled rally strap. Let's get a closer look in on that dial so I can gather my opinions on this piece. It has a protective film. Let me peel that off. What I assume is a domed acrylic crystal, which would be very period appropriate for a piece like this. Okay, being a chronograph, it has 2 pushes and a crown. Ooh, that seems to have hand winding, and that means, drum roll please. Yes, we have a mechanical chronograph. And wow, what a beautiful movement. If I'm not mistaken, this is the same movement that can be found in the Seagull 1963, a hand-winding and hacking mechanical chronograph movement sold to the Chinese by the Swiss. Obviously, I'll have all the information in the full review. The crown here is signed with the Geckota G logo, which does have a blue protective sticker on that I'm not going to remove as I do have to return this watch in a couple weeks' time. Alright, let's test how this mechanical chronograph runs. Like all chronographs, you press the top to start. It's a very satisfying click, which sets the chronograph hand running. Now, if you press the top again, it stops. And the bottom pusher sends that chronograph hand flying back to point at 12. Yeah, so far I think this is a really smart looking watch and really does fit all you would want from a vintage styled racing mechanical chronograph. And honestly, the fact that it's mechanical and has that display case back, I can already tell I'm going to spend a couple hours minimum staring into the back of this watch. Yeah, no, very impressed with the finishing and look of this watch. Now I guess all that's left to do is to slip this one on the wrist. And here it is. Okay, so first impressions, I'm thinking this looks a little small. Now I know a vintage timepiece is typically smaller, and I imagine this one has a dial diameter of something a little under 40 millimeters. But I'm sure after a couple days of wearing it, when I decide to put on my Pagani Design Submariner at 43 millimeters, it will feel like an absolute beast on my wrist. So that's probably more about what I'm currently used to. Saying that, although it is small, I like that you can easily access the chronograph feature. Some chronographs I've worn in the past, it's incredibly fiddly to actually press the pushers, so you end up having to take the watch off your wrist to use the chronograph function. And lastly, I just want to say the strap on wrist feels incredibly comfortable. The fact that the watch comes on a quality strap is no surprise, as Geckota is affiliated with WatchGecko, which I'm sure a lot of you know is quite well known for making good quality straps. And from what I can tell at this early stage, they seem to be making pretty good quality watches as well. I've always fancied the look of these rally straps, as I usually find leather straps too hot, but the added air holes should hopefully help with breathability. Okay guys, that does it for this episode. As always, if you like what you saw, please remember to like and subscribe. Oh, and just a quick announcement in regards to the watch giveaway. I will be announcing a winner for the watch giveaway in the next episode, as it will be my 20th episode, and seems fitting to announce the winner. So if you haven't already entered and you want to, it's very easy. Just subscribe to my channel and comment that you want the watch on the watch giveaway video. Alright, that does it for this episode, guys. Thanks all for watching, stay safe, and goodbye.